Good morning, everyone. I've been seeing a lot of people adding in planks to their at-home workout because you don't need any equipment and they're a really good exercise. But I've been seeing a lot of front planks and a lot of side planks and not much variation. So today I'm going to give you some tips to include some different types of planks, including an RKC plank, a reverse plank, a Copenhagen plank, a wall plank, and a single arm plank. They'll all give you a great core workout, but you'll also be adding in some different muscles that you may not have worked in a while. So I hope you like it. So starting with my RKC plank or my long lever plank, I'm getting into a prone on elbows plank position to start, and then I'm just walking my elbows in front of my shoulders. That's going to increase the distance between my elbows and my toes, making a lot more difficult for my core to stabilize. Now I'm tucking my tail into kind of a posterior pelvic tilt, trying to get my ribs closer to my hip bones, active through my legs the whole time. The next plank is a reverse plank, so we flip over, we drive our hips up toward the ceiling, planting our heels firmly on the ground. Ideally, my hands would be right underneath my shoulders, maybe my fingertips pointing toward my feet, but with wrist mobility issues, you might not be able to do that. The important part with this plank is that you're really driving those hips up and keeping a nice wide smile across your collarbones, preventing any collapse of those shoulders. Now, going to elbows will be a little bit more difficult. You'll feel your hamstrings and your glutes really firing up with that because you're more parallel to the ground, which is typically more challenging in a plank position. Here's an option. If you have wrist mobility issues, you can use this for reverse plank or any of these plank variations. Propping up on dumbbells will definitely help the wrists not be so sore after this. Add in a leg lift for an extra challenge as well. Moving on to the Copenhagen plank, this is the first version we're going to practice. It's probably the easiest. Copenhagen planks are known for being really tough on the adductor muscles or the inner thigh muscles. So as you get your weight through that instep of the top leg, try and draw a straight line from the foot to the tip of your head. That bottom leg can do some fancy stuff if you're comfortable with it, but see what those adductors can handle if this movement is new to you. Again, now we're more parallel to the ground by going down to our elbow. Same thing, just a little bit more challenging for those adductor muscles. Basically the same position though on that instep of the foot. If you have an elevated surface like a couch or a chair, you can also practice Copenhagen planks from there. I'm lifting the bottom knee off the ground and just hovering it. It's hard to see here in this position, but this is probably the most advanced version of this movement, extending the knee and really putting a lot of force through that top inner thigh muscle group. Again, the bottom leg can do whatever feels good. Moving on to single arm planks. So a lot of shoulder stability happening here. I'm actively pressing the ground away from me. I want to avoid any rotation in my trunk, and I want to avoid kind of sagging into that shoulder joint as well. Wall planks are tough. This is our last variation. It's kind of in the same family as a long lever plank. As you can see, there's a lot of distance between my hands and my feet. I require a lot of shoulder stability, kind of driving my chest down through the ground. You can add a little single arm action in there if you're comfortable with it. Make sure you have a solid base at your feet. You don't want anything slipping or sliding and face planting onto the ground. Ideally, there will be a nice straight line from your hands to your feet, but if you're just starting out, you might have to keep those hips a little bit higher. It's up to you. You can walk up the wall, you can walk down the wall. Again, these are pretty challenging, so if you're tired of the run-of-the-mill front plank, this is a great way to spice it up. Let me know if you have any questions at all. Thanks for watching, guys, and good luck with your home fitness.